making ham fried rice here at the Young's house. And I'm going to show you all how easy it is to make your ham fried rice taste absolutely amazing. Question of the day is, have you ever had fried rice with ham in it? And if you haven't, you're in for a treat. It's so delicious. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some rice. And right here I have some rice. Now, your rice is going to need to be cooked the day ahead of time. It's going to need to be cold, because if it's not cold, it's going to be mushy. If you're trying to make fried rice and you're using hot or warm rice that you just cooked, just throw the recipe away, because it's not going to work. So I have pre-cooked this rice. It has cooled down and it's cold. You're going to need some soy sauce, some oyster sauce. If you have fish sauce, I don't have any today, so I'll settle for these two. We're using a really interesting ingredient. It's sugar, but really, trust me, it's just a tiny bit that we're using, okay? We're going to use some chicken bouillon powder, some garlic powder, and some butter. I got a nice sweet Vidalia onion and some beautiful green onions. If you're able to find some fresh bean sprouts, then get you some, but don't try to use the kind that's in the can. My local market didn't have them, so you know, it's okay. I have a lovely ham steak here that we're going to fry down and put into this recipe. If you wanted to put eggs in this recipe, you can, but when I make a ham fried rice, I don't want the eggs in it, right? Now, I have peas and carrots that were frozen and we've thawed them out. Don't try to use the kind out the can. If you wanted to put some lovely pineapples into this recipe, you could, because ham and pineapples go together like peas and carrots. And if you went to Hawaii, you definitely will find a ham and pineapple fried rice. So, as we go today, I'll figure out if I want to put the pineapples in today, but if you want to, by all means you can. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's make delicious ham fried rice. Gina Young's. The first things we're going to go ahead and do is let's get started chopping up anything that needs to get chopped up and or cooked, okay? So let's start with our onion and our ham here. I had a lovely ham steak and I made some dinner with it, but I made sure I left a nice amount so I can make this fried rice. I hope your day is spectacular. I hope y'all are having a great week as well. How many of you love fried rice? Any way you make it, how many of you love it? I love fried rice, but I also love the fact that I've learned how to make fried rice to where this tastes just as good as the local restaurant or better. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Once you learn how to make it, you'll be so proud of yourself, because now you don't have to go to the, you know, Chinese restaurant and spend all your money on fried rice that you could have made at home. I love a fried rice with extra egg and bean sprouts. Oh my goodness. I was a little upset when I found out they didn't have any fresh bean sprouts, but that happens sometimes, you know. Of course it does. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn this pan on. There's a little bit of cooking oil in it, just enough so I can get a nice char onto this ham. When you get char onto the ham, it always tastes better. You know, there's just some meats that if you can get that nice char, that dark color onto it, it's going to taste better. And ham steak is definitely one of those things, right? So let's go ahead and put this right into the pan. I turned it on to a medium, a little bit of oil in there, and then we're going to take this onion and I'm going to let this cook for a little bit. But then I'm going to take this onion and put it in with the ham so it can begin to cook. You don't want to put this into your rice raw, because if you put this into your rice raw, it'll never get cooked. And that's what it'll taste like. It'll have a raw taste that you're not a fan of, right? So let's cook it. No fresh garlic for this recipe. When I make fried rice, I don't use fresh garlic. I use the garlic powder, and I'm going to show you something special that I do with this garlic powder that Hibachi does, and I absolutely swear by it. And that's why people say that my recipe tastes amazing when I make fried rice, because I do something special with the garlic powder and a little bit of butter. So now that I have that cut, we're just going to set it aside. Wash our vegetables off, right? Washing the vegetables off is a must. I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit of these green onions. Some of the green onions will go into the recipe like at the last minute, and some of them will go on top just for a garnish, right? Great flavor from these green onions. You bet there is. My eyes are watering like a waterfall. Ham has started to get nice color onto it, and so now we're going to take that little bit of onion, put it right into the pan with our ham, just like this. My family's all excited for this. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I am too. I am too. I wish I had my fish sauce, and I wish I had the bean sprouts, but we'll work it out, right? Still gonna make it taste good. But if you're able to find those two ingredients at your local market, get them. I already told you about the rice, that it should be cooked the day ahead of time and nice and cold. But let's just say you're kind of in a hurry, but you need to make fried rice and you ain't got no rice made. Well, you can go ahead and make it that same day. Sure you can. But then when you take it out, put it onto a cookie sheet like this, throw that thing into the refrigerator and it'll cool down really quickly. Then you can use that fried rice, okay? Because using a hot or warm fried rice turns out mushy. You ever seen somebody's fried rice that was mushy? We ain't looking for that, right? We want all of these grains of rice to be individual as they should. Now, when I cook my rice, I don't fully cook it. Reason why is because we're going to cook it a second time in this pan, right? I take all the precautions and steps. I do. So that my rice is not mushy, because that's one thing that I don't want. All right, we're getting some lovely color onto the ham and the onions. Look at this. Oh, I'm so happy. I could just grab a piece of ham right now. I'm going to let this cook up a little bit longer. And if you wanted to put some egg, now would be the perfect chance. To go ahead and scramble you about 4 or 5 eggs in here and just set it aside, okay? Now, in about 3 to 4 minutes, I'm going to take these lovely peas and carrots that were frozen and I thawed them out. I'm going to put my desired amount that I want in my rice right in here. I know, it's easy. I'm really hoping that I'm able to get this video out for you today. For some reason, it's like there's almost like a technical difficulty, because there's another video that I put, that I've already done for you all. We are in the process of trying to upload it, but it's saying it's going to take like 2.5 hours, right? And we tried another device, it's like 4 hours. So I don't know what's going on. They're checking right now and they're speaking with the chat to figure out what could be possibly going on. So I'm hoping that I can get this video out for you today. If not, you'll see it tomorrow. Gotta work it out, right? Absolutely, because he always does. Are you kidding me? All right, so now put the peas and carrots in there. All right, and what you'll notice, I clean up as I go. Yo, when I clean up as I go, I'm so much happier in my kitchen. If everything's a mess and there's just stuff everywhere, it's chaos, right? But as you clean up as you go, you'll be good to go. Everything is happy and merry in your household. All right, have you some hot soapy water over there in that sink, so you can take your dirty dishes and just put them right into the water. What you'll notice about me when I'm cooking, as I'm using things, whatever I've used and I don't need it no more, I put it away. Now let's have fun. How easy is it to make fried rice? All right, look at this. You can either decide that you're going to take this out of the pan like I'm going to do and begin to fry the fried rice by itself first, and then reiterate these things back into your rice, or you can throw this rice right on top of this. I'm going to take this and put it onto a platter, because what I really like to do is I want to coat every single grain of this lovely rice in the oil. And once that, and we're not using a lot of oil, and once that happens, you kind of just let the rice fry. It will start to turn different shades of colors, right? And then you'll see something super interesting happen, literally right before your own eyes. Little pieces of rice will start popping up in that pan. That's the indication, it's always my indication, that your fried rice is moving in the right direction, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and put this onto a platter. Our rice needs to go back into the pan, and if we don't have enough oil, we're going to put just enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan. Go ahead and take this out. I have a plate over here. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing back behind this little stove here. And it does look like I'm going to need some oil, for my pan. And I'm just going to put vegetable oil right in. We're not going to rinse this pan off. We want that pan to stay nice and hot. I have my oil here. Let's let it get hot. and the rice goes right in. Let's go ahead and put the rice right into our hot pan with the oil. All right. Oh yeah, you hear that? You gotta hear that sizzle. Because we're frying rice, right? I think I'll use all of it. Why not? All right, lovely. And so now I'm just gonna let it be. Don't bother. Let it cook for a little bit and we'll come back. And as it changes different colors, I'll show you. And it would be nice if the camera could show you all the little pieces of rice popping up in the pan. Go ahead and move the rice around a little bit. It should never be sticking to your pan. You should have enough oil. Not enough oil to make it greasy, but enough so it doesn't stick to your pan, and or either you're using a wok or a non-stick pan, okay? One of the worst things is you go to cook your rice and it sticks to the pan, right? I'm getting some nice color onto it. It's not gonna turn a dark brown. You know what turns it a dark brown is those spices that you use, like our oyster sauce and our soy sauce and your fish sauce, okay, right? Those are going to change the color of your rice, okay? You're not ever going to use too much. If you use too much, you'll turn your rice mushy and it'll be salty, right? This is looking good. I'm hoping you all can see the difference in the color, how it's like a light golden brown. And if you can't, you know, I just apologize, but I can see it. All right, so now here's what we're going to do. Go ahead and reiterate everything. Oh, yes. Whoo-wee, when I tell you this is going to be good, oh my goodness. You're just going to have to trust me. All right, let's do this. It's gorgeous right there, right? Sure it is. It's gorgeous, just like this. Now, if this reminds you of Spam, rice and eggs, you could cut up some Spam and do it if you didn't have, you know, ham, for those of you that love Spam like I do. All right, so let's be gentle with this spatula here. And get everything nice and mixed up, and then we want everything to fry for about 8 more minutes together. And then we're going to start introducing our seasonings that's going to darken up the rice and give it great flavor. You decide if you want to put the pineapples in. I'm not going to put them in today, but you absolutely can, okay? Chicken bouillon powder is a must, right? A little tiny bit of sugar. And we're going to use 3 tablespoons of butter. Remember I said we're going to do something special with the garlic powder? This is what hibachi does. They take about 3 tablespoons of butter, a good fresh butter, and we're going to pile on garlic powder on top of that butter. And right before this recipe is done, we let that butter or that garlic butter melt all over your fried rice. And when I tell you chef's kiss, baby, listen. It's good, okay? And then at the last minute, we throw our green onions in as a garnish, but also they're going to give flavor. Oh, yes, the whole house smells amazing right now. Oh, wee. It smells like hibachi in here. Yes. So I work over on another platform, and so many people are telling me, they're like, where have you been? They're like, I used to watch you on YouTube. Where did you go? Why did you stop? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, every single day since 2017, I have been on YouTube's platform. I'm putting out the videos daily on a daily basis, right? And people are like, they can't believe that they're seeing me. They're like, oh my goodness, hi, how have you been? Like, they're super astonished. They're like, well, it's like you just dropped it. Like, where have you been, right? I'm like, I put content out. So, but they're so excited to see me over there, and I'm like, wow, like, I don't know. It's like we lost a clip because my camera died, so I apologize for that. I did go in with the oyster sauce and the soy sauce. If you have fish sauce, get you some in there. And what I was saying for that missed clip was my husband likes his fried rice to be dark. And like I said, that soy sauce, oyster sauce is going to make that color that you're looking for. Our rice is basically done. Then I turned around and put those lovely green onions in just a little bit, because that little bit's going to be for flavor, and the rest of these is going to be for a garnish. And so now we're going to take that 2 to 3 tablespoons of a nice beautiful butter, and we're going to put that garlic powder on it. And that's a lot, right? You want that, trust me. And so now we want to mush in the garlic powder, okay? And so now that our rice is done, and it has a lovely color, look at that. Ain't no sticking, no sticky, mushy rice. And we take this, and we let that butter melt on top of the fried rice, and your fried rice is done. This is going to be some of the most delicious fried rice you have ever had. Serve it with your favorite meats or just whatever, or serve it this way. Just enjoy it. I know. I can't wait till this butter melts. Listen to me. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you ain't subscribed, what you waiting on? Tell your family and friends. Tell the world what Gina's doing every single day in this kitchen. And Father, on today, I thank you for your love, this meal, your hedge of protection. Amen, amen. Once again to my prayer, when I come back, you're going to get that first bite. Let's go ahead and put our garnish on. Green onions. Make you some Gina Young style. We're getting ready to want to taste. Go ahead, take a bite. It's hot, but I'm going to try it for y'all. I'm going to tell you, it's all kinds of flavors. My taste buds is loving this, y'all. Make it some enjoy.